With New Year's, you may have made some resolutions or goals, and maybe buying or selling a home is one of them. Often, people will wait until they're ready to start looking at homes or to get their home listed on the market before they even reach out to an expert in that field. I'm here to tell you why now is a good time to start planning and preparing to either buy a home or sell a home, even if your plan isn't for another 6 to 12 months. Hi, my name's Deanna Bradford. I'm a realtor with Reese Nichols Realtors, Excelsior Springs, Missouri, part of the Bill Hightower team. So I want to talk about this from two different perspectives. First being as a home buyer, if you're looking to buy a home sometime this year, and the second one as a home seller, if you're looking to list and sell your home this year. And because there's a lot of information, we're going to break this up into two parts. So today we're going to do part one, talking about the home buying process and why preparing for that now and how to prepare for that now is a good idea. And then on my next video, we'll cover part two, the same information for the selling side if you're selling a home sometime this year. So I hope this information will be helpful. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss part two when it comes out. Should be next week, but let's get to it. So if you're looking to buy a home sometime later in the year, one of the things you can do now to start preparing yourself is to go ahead and talk to a lender. Go ahead and go through the process of getting pre-approved. That's going to do a couple of things for you. It's going to help you to know if you can qualify for a loan and what amount of a home you qualify for. These are all going to be important things to consider. Now let's talk about what if you don't qualify for a loan at this point. This is a great reason why doing this now is so important. If you have a goal of buying a home later this year and you find out that maybe for some reason you don't qualify at this point, that lender can give you a lot of information, or they can give you resources to help you to understand why you might not qualify and how you can fix that. So having started there now gives you time to do whatever it is you need to do to fix those things. It might be paying down a debt. It might be getting your credit score up. There's a lot of things that can play into why you might not qualify at a certain time. And they can go through that information with you and tell you what you need to do to get to a point where you do qualify. So having months to be able to do that is on your side at this point. Imagine if you wait until you're ready to start looking at homes and then you find out that, oh, I don't qualify and I can't do anything. Knowing that now can be so much more empowering because now you can make a plan and a goal to get to a point where you can then qualify when you are ready to buy that home later this year. Now, if you do qualify, that's great. This still helps you to be able to prepare yourself for when you're ready to buy in the future in a number of ways. Talking with your lender about what kind of loan options you have available, or maybe you qualify for one loan but not another, and there are some little things you can do to get that better loan option between now and then. Another thing that you can do is talk to your lender about what your costs to buy are going to be. What kind of a down payment are you going to have? What kind of closing costs can you expect to pay? All these kinds of fees that might cost you money out of pocket at closing are important for you to know now so you can start saving and putting back. And then any tips or tricks that the lender might have for you to be aware of between now and the time that you're ready to buy. There might be some things you should be doing, and there might be some things you shouldn't be doing. A lot of times, some of the tips you're going to get if you're thinking about buying a home is to not make big purchases like taking out a loan for a car or any other big purchase, getting new credit, closing bank accounts. There's all these tips and tricks your lender can give you to make sure that you don't do something between now and then that could then, mess up your chance of being able to qualify for that home or close a loan on that home that you are hoping to buy later in the year. Another thing that you can do now to start preparing is to start looking for a realtor. You're going to want somebody that will be able to advise you and advocate for you in the home buying process. And you want to work with somebody that you click with, right? Personality wise, somebody that you get along well with, that you feel like you can trust. So at this point, I would say it would be a good idea to pick a few agents in your market and interview them. See what kind of experience they have. See what their knowledge base is like. See how they can best help you. They can tell you what to expect, what their process is. And then you can use that information to help you make an informed decision on who you are going to work with when you are ready to buy that home. Once you've decided on a trusted realtor that you're ready to work with, I would go ahead and schedule a consultation with them. Talk to them about what your needs and wants are in a home. They can talk to you about what the process of buying a home looks like, what you can expect. They can show you some homes that maybe are kind of in your price point to give you an idea of what you're looking at, what would be available to you, and whether or not those are going to meet the needs and wants that you have. So you kind of have an expectation of what this price point looks like in an actual home. And then they can give you an idea of costs to expect. There's going to be earnest money. When you put an offer in on a property and it is accepted by the seller, then at that point we often collect what we call earnest money, which is just a good faith amount of money that you put down up front. You can talk to your realtor about that to see what amount is appropriate and make sure that you know ahead of time what to be prepared for when you are ready to buy. And another thing to be prepared for is things like inspections or other costs that might come up along the way. They can give you an idea of what is available to you, what kinds of inspections you can have, all these different things that you can do to protect yourself as a buyer and what the costs for those are. You have time now to research and look into those things to see what ones you might want to do when the time comes and to put the money back so that you have the money set aside for those inspections. All things to help set you up for the best success in purchasing that home when the time comes. As you're thinking about planning and preparing ahead for that purchase of that home, let me be of help. I have a whole YouTube channel with a lot of educational videos on the home buying and selling process. I'm going to link a video here for you called the 10-Step Guide to Buying a Home. And we'll make sure to leave it in the description below so you can find it easily there as well. Hopefully that'll be helpful information for you even before you reach out and start one step of the process. And you may find other videos on my YouTube channel that might be of help as well. So I hope that you enjoy that information. I hope this information has been helpful for you today. And I look forward to part 2 when we talk about the selling side and why and how to prepare now for selling a home later in the year. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe so when part 2 comes out, you don't miss it. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when we put out videos each week. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a blessed day.